It looks like this season the hockey capital of Russia's Far East has moved to the shores of the Sea of Japan. It took Admiral Vladivostok just one season to seize the title from Amur Khabarovsk. First, Vladivostok fans fell in love with the game by watching it on TV, and now they got to feel the taste of the playoffs. There weren't many people who believed in Admiral, but they managed to pull off a real sensation. Sergei Svetlov's team clinched a playoff berth in the last second. Ironically, they clinched the 8th spot in the East in the game against Amur. And just like that, last season's runner-up, Tractor Chelyabinsk, was out of the playoff zone. We knew it was all in our hands, says Admiral's president Alex Mogilny. It didn't matter whether Tractor wins or not. All we had to do was to win that game. I'm glad we got that W, and now I feel more relaxed. I was very nervous before tonight's game for a few days. I'm glad the boys did what they had to, and I want to thank them for that. It wouldn't be possible without a good managing job, though. Admiral's success couldn't have happened without another hockey legend, Vyacheslav Fetisov, who is now a senator. We knew what we were doing, says Fetisov. We put trust in the guys we signed this season. I want to thank our president Alex Mogilny and general manager Alex Filipenko for everything they've done. You could say they pulled off a record for the Guinness Book. It's amazing how much they managed to accomplish in such a short period of time. There was a lot of work to be done and a lot to be responsible for, but they pulled through. The fans were responsible for the image of the team. They were the ones who picked the name, the logo, and even jersey designs. Hockey is the hottest ticket in town before the playoffs. All season long there weren't any problems with filling the seats at the Fetisov Arena, and now it's gotten even bigger. All 5,500 seats were sold out for the games against Metallurg, and extra 7 box offices were open around town to award big lineups at the rink. Some tickets were sold online. Even though we've raised ticket prices for the playoffs, and we tripled the prices for online tickets, we were sold out for 2 games in 55 minutes, says Dmitry Lysitsa, head of Admiral's ticket sales. And it's not even the record. The record is 22 minutes for one of the regular season games. Not everyone can get a ticket to Admiral home games, but it's not a problem to get this cool scarf or this hat. Not every KHL club has so many options when it comes to merchandise. Admiral's official merchandise store has more than 40 items to offer. Keychains, iPhone cases, hoodies, t-shirts, and even baby clothing. It's all right here. Besides, the store added a few playoff items once the team made the cut. We think this baby is gonna be a hot seller this playoff, says Alexei Chechelev, head of Admiral's PR. We're also expecting these scarves to do pretty well in the market. They're thick, warm, and have the same stripes the guys have on their sleeves of their jerseys. The fans love them. Starting this season, many pubs around Vladivostok have an Admiral logo inside. This particular pub broadcasts all of Admiral's road games. The owner is a die-hard Admiral fan. Even though his real name is Mikhail, everybody calls him Admiral around here. He believes Admiral can go further than just the first round. There weren't a lot of people who believed that our team could make the playoffs, but there were a few of us who did, and look what happened, he says. Sure, it's a young team that lacks experience, but if you put enough work into it, you can do it, and they've just proved it. Now they need to battle like never before. In just an hour, Fetisov Arena is gonna paint blue and white. Admiral fans know what to do so their team would win. Other KHL teams have a lot to learn from Admiral's pre-game shows. They have hot cheerleaders, live bands, great game-opening videos on big screen, and even a band of drummers set in the mood. The latter came up with a new beat just for the playoffs. We're a band, and like every band, we work together. We all have our ideas, we discuss them, and create something new. This playoff beat was inspired by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Из группы Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The first ever playoff series, Admiral began on the road. Without their fans' support, they lost both games. We know how to play against them tactics-wise, but there's more to it, says Admiral's forward Felix Schutz. I mean, these guys travel quite a bit, but we're more used to it than they are. We adapt faster because that's just the way it is for us throughout the season. Also, we're more used to our small ring than they are. All of this should be in our favor. Their defense is going to have to make decisions quicker, which is going to affect their offensive rushes. Game 2 has proved that everything is possible in this series. Both games in Vladivostok went to overtime. In Game 3, Ilya Zubov scored the game-winning goal in the second overtime. Both teams battled hard as if there was no tomorrow. We felt good before the game, says Admiral's forward Alexei Ugarov. There were a lot of jokes and smiling in the dressing room. Before the second overtime, somebody even suggested we should just stay at the rink for the morning skate, since there's no way of telling when this is gonna end. As I said, we felt pretty good and confident. Nobody expects big things out of us, and now that we've made the playoffs, we have nothing to lose. We feel great, we enjoy being here, and we want to make our fans happy. I think today is a historic day, says head coach Sergei Svetlov. It's our first playoff series, and it's our first playoff win. The rink was never more loud. Even Vyacheslav Fetisov couldn't hide his emotions. During this interview, he was glued to the game. Did they just score? On a power play? Awesome. Right now there's only one team that I support, and it's Admiral, says Fetisov. And it's not just me. My dad also follows them every game, and he's 84 years old. I discuss every Admiral game with my dad. My entire family cheers for Admiral now. This is our team. Game 4 lasted even longer, 116 minutes. It was the longest game of the season for both teams. They were just 2 minutes short of KHL record for the longest game when Denis Zaripov scored this goal. Our only option was to play as hard as we can, says Ugarov. It was a tough regular season for us, and we made it to the playoffs in the last second. I just want to thank all the boys for everything they've done. A lot of people said Mallory would just sweep us like it was nothing, but we gave them a run for their money. We tried to pull off an upset. Team management couldn't ask for more from Admiral players. All of them made history regardless. And it won't be soon that Admiral fans will forget the series against Magnitka. This summer, Admiral's biggest goal is to keep the core of the team for the next season. When your team isn't one of the top teams in the league, your priority is to keep the players who suddenly had a great season, says Fetisov. Building a team is a never-ending process. You try to keep some old ones, and you try to find some new ones. It won't be easy to keep the players who perhaps want to move to another town, agrees Mogilny. There's a lot of work to be done this summer. We understand next season is going to be more difficult than this one, but we'll do our best.